Good morning. I literally just woke up. Literally. And it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, this is gonna be a little vloggy vlog for y'all. I do have a few other videos in the making, but those won't be released until like Monday. So the new year, if you will say. And I say it like that because I'm going in with hella caution because we don't know. You know, we don't know. Yeah, we have some errands to run. So essentially like a few things I wanted to do today. Something I did last year, and obviously as I'm doing it, like I'll give you guys more of like a little speech. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So we do have to go to the store to pick that up. You guys are gonna get ready with me, even though we're just gonna be sitting in the house. And yeah, this is how I'm spending my New Year's Eve going into the new year.
Hi, Chicken Day. Where you going? Say hi to the people. They're just excited to be here. Look at that face. Hello. I get to spend New Year's with you.
I know I have terrible lighting, but this is your boy's fit for today, at least for right now, because I'm not gonna get all done up to go to the store. So these are my new shoes that my mommy bought me. They're super cool. And of course, y'all know Olaf is love, Olaf is life. So just want to show you my fit. That's all. Alrighty, so we just kind of ran our errands. I think we're going home now. I think we are. So I got my photos to put on my little vision mood board, which I'll show you guys that obviously when we get there and I start doing it. I'm probably gonna get ready first so you don't have to look at this the whole video. So you're welcome. Also got my caffeine, and yes, before anybody I thought we canceled her. We did. But my Nana got me $55 in gift cards. So. Also, one thing we went to come pick up, which I was very excited about, because even when, no, this is like way after I stopped working there. But anyway, y'all know I used to work at Ulta. Obviously, you guys know too, Ariana Grande's, all of her fragrances are like, these are like the home for them. And I've noticed too, a lot of fucking people have gone fucking dumpster diving just to like get the old posters, like the promotion posters, like the old fixtures, things like that. Well, just because all my old coworkers know like how much I love her and like all that good stuff. So they actually ended up saving one of the fixtures for me. Mind you, like it's been up forever, especially if like you shop at Ulta a lot, you know that this baby has been up for a while. And I kind of thought she forgot about it, but she actually DM'd me today and was like, hey, like we no longer need the display up, so come pick it up. So that's what we did today. So I got that. I'm gonna put all more perfumes on it, and then we're gonna go home, get ready, and make our vision board 2021 beach. To be honest, I don't know how the fuck this is gonna look because I'm filming this on like the back side of my camera. Typically I'll like film it facing me, but I've noticed the quality since I've like did that thing where like I learned on TikTok you could like change the quality in your phone settings, so I did that. Also I'm filming in my bathroom. I was going to film out well, typically you guys know me, I sit and film in front of like natural light, but since it's like practically, you know, fucking dark at 4 fucking o'clock in the afternoon, I can't do that. So, and I was gonna do it at the table, but my man's out there playing video games, so we're here. Also, if I'm looking in weird directions, I have a mirror here and a mirror here, so if I look cross-eyed at some point, just ignore that. 2020. I have no comment. No, but seriously, this year has been an interesting one, and I feel like that is more of a conversation I can get into once, like, I start doing my mood board. I guess fuck it. You know, we'll talk about it now, and then we'll just kind of do a pan over. I don't know. I really don't know how I wanted this video to go. I was just kind of like, let's just sit down and just fucking film. So that's what today's is going to be. That is what today is going to be all about. And I'll put up a picture somewhere on the fucking screen. 2020, from what I can remember, my mood board that I put together, I know I put that I wanted to make more money this year. I know that I wanted to have more time with my boyfriend. I know that I wanted to mend bonds with my friendships. I know I wanted to grow on my social media platforms more. Just a lot, like, I guess, like, big goals, but like obtainable goals. Because I feel like once you kind of put a little bit out there and you know that you can reach that, I think it's a lot easier, at least for me mentally. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't reach for the stars, and I'm not saying I haven't had those thoughts where I'm just like, fuck it, we're gonna go all the way, because of course I have. But I'm also someone who tries to be as realistic as I possibly can. And so with that being said, I was just like, okay, what are genuinely true goals that I know for a fact, even if I'm lazy at some point, even if this or like, you know, just anything comes in its way, I know that I could possibly achieve. Now, mind you, the whole pandemic was not in thoughts of that, because I made this board months before it was even a thing. So with that being said, like I said, I know some of that did damper a little bit, as one of them being like I did want to travel more this year. That didn't fucking happen. So, you know, that was cool. But as far as like my other things, like I know at some point I ended up getting 2 jobs, which was really cool. One of them being a job that I really, really wanted to have. Sorry, see, that's why I can't do makeup and talk, because I'll just fucking talk the whole time. But one of them being makeup. So I thought that was, you know, a really cool incentive. And I ended up getting the pay that I should have gotten originally, but like doubled it. So, you know, that was cool. And then I ended up getting another job that was close to home, but I actually ended up leaving. Just, it wasn't for me, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And it's weird how like the universe, like you ask things and you put these things out and you manifest it, but it's so funny how the universe gives you these things in ways that they know you need them, and you not realizing like, whoa. Because like I said, one of the biggest things was like having more bonding time and hanging out with him, and little did we know that in July we were going to move out and have our own apartment. And then I know another thing that I wrote on there was, you know, keeping the bond strong with my friends. Now, if a few of you do know that this time last year, I ended up losing like a really, really good friend that I was closest. I can't really call her a good friend now, but I just ended up losing somebody that was literally like everything to me. And I was so scared that the new friends I made after her, I wasn't going to have as strong as a friendship with them. And I was very scared of like letting my guard down and putting myself out there, you know, because it is scary, especially like friendship breakups. Like when you get your fucking heart broken, like it's devastating regardless of who it is. And I know my biggest thing was I was scared, and I wanted to make sure my friendships were going to be sincere. And little did I know, a friend from my past ended up coming back, apologizing, and we mended that bond. So it is crazy how you ask the universe for these things, but they know exactly what you need. I do have some more of those goals that I would like to, I guess, transfer over. One of them, I would definitely still like to keep growing my channel. Weirdly enough, too, because I am one of those people, like, I never understood the whole, like, TikTok train. That was just something I never understood. We just finished what the fuck this was, and then we'll talk. It's okay. It's okay. I have my dog sitting up on my counter right now. And, of course, like, she, like, really honestly thinks the world is gonna get her, which, as a small little bitch, like, I totally understand. But, like, everything triggers her. And I'm like, bitch. But no, going back to what I was saying, like, I never understood the whole TikTok thing. Like, I felt the same about Musical.ly, like, where people would just get famous from kind of doing nothing. And I know people are probably going to come for me in the comments, which is fine because people want to fucking rip apart everything nowadays, which we'll get into that. So I just, like, I never, like, okay, like, what is the point, I guess, of being famous on a platform like that, I guess? But it is funny because, oddly enough, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm trying really hard here. I'm trying really hard here. Why not over here? And it's just so happened to be that now on TikTok, I have almost 11,000 followers, which I'm very, very thankful for, not taking that away. But it is funny how, like, you always think what's going to be the most pointless, I guess, always ends up working the best for you, which is, like, odd. So I'm definitely, again, thankful in that department. But yeah, it is crazy how the universe just works. But hey, I mean, if that's what puts me on the map and I'm able to truly pursue what I would like to once I get somewhere, then cool. Because I feel like, personally too, I don't know, just the way I kind of perceive things a little bit, I feel like people will do stupid things or put themselves out there in, like, weird ways or negative ways and things like that just to, like, get somewhere. And then once they get to where they need to be, they're like, all right, fuck it, like, I can truly be myself now, like, I can really, like, okay, I can pursue my singing career now, or I can pursue my dance career. And, like, you know what, it's the way the universe works. I mean, positively and unfortunately, it's like people in today's society will cling to anything that's just kind of dumb and run with it. But hey, if it's what puts you on the map, fuck it, you do what you got. I just call it a hustle. And again, I don't mean that, and at least I'm trying not to mean it in any negative connotation. But again, people will take whatever you say now out of context. Which, getting into that, that's why I do bring that up. So obviously, we all know I love Miss Ariana Grande, okay? That's a fact. That's a proven fact, okay? I'm not ashamed about it. I'm not angry about it. It's a thing. It is what it is, and I don't care. It's very frustrating, though, as far as, like, that community is. Especially, like, how do I say this? I was like, how do I put this in words? No, I think it's very disappointing because she truly is such a phenomenal woman as far as, like, what she gives back into the world and who she is as a person. And it's very disappointing when her fan base is very much the opposite of who she is as a person. I think that's where it becomes very disappointing. Now, right now, my biggest thing of why I bring that up is me and a few other, like, internet friends that I've made. We very much are inspired. Outfits, like, we like to wear our hair sometimes like her, are inspired by her. And I think it's very disappointing because so many people on the internet contradict themselves. It's like, one moment it's like, you're entitled to be inspired by a celebrity and wear outfits like them and things like that, but it's the moment you even just put on a ponytail, it's, oh my god, be yourself, and you're not your own individual, and you need a reality check, and you need a personality check. And the reason why I bring this up just specifically because a friend of mine posted on her TikTok, she ended up getting engaged, and she was very excited about that, and she was just kind of sharing her memories as far as, like, 2020 goes, and, she made it so far, and then she ended up getting sick. And I was like, so she was just posting it as an irony, and unfortunately, something that should have been a very positive moment for her was torn apart. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people are like, well, you put that out to the public, so you should be open to criticism, and you should be open to opinions, and don't get me wrong. Do I think people are entitled to their opinion? 110%. Do I think people are entitled to belittle, dehuman, be unkind to people because they feel entitled to it? No, not at all. I think we live in a generation where people have misconstrued having an opinion and being kind and kind of putting it into their own little bubble and running with it, if that makes sense, where people are just like, oh, well, you need to stop being so sensitive. People are entitled to this. And it's like, cool, but I was also raised by a mother, and I was just raised in a household where if you didn't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like, it blows my mind that even back in the day, like, we live in such a generation now, though, where people just love to use the internet to be so cruel and unkind, and it's very disappointing, and it's very sad because we're also the same generation who wants to fight for equal rights and fight for, Black Lives Matter and things like that. Now, am I comparing the two? 110% not. So I want to say that now before anybody gets that misconstrued. I'm not saying that they're as sincere as issues, but it does bother me that we're such a generation that preaches about being kind, being united, and being humane, yet when someone is genuinely just doing what they love and enjoying themselves and being their own individual, we instantly derail it and tear it apart, and they're very unkind, and it's very disappointing, because I want to put so much hope into our generation, but then people begin to act like that, and it's like, we're no better. And that's where a lot of my frustration comes from, because at the end of the day, am I still going to do me and dress the way I want to and whatever? Yes, because at the end of the day too, I know who I am as an individual. I've never, and for those people who truly follow me and have truly gotten to get to know me, I appreciate that, because I think people learn at the end of the day, like, cool, yes, I put in a ponytail, and yes, I like to wear inspired outfits by her, but you've never ever once seen me get on here and be like, hi guys, welcome to my channel, oh my god, like, that will never be me. And the people I know who do the same thing I do, that will never be them. But of course, everybody has this idea that's so misconstrued that as soon as you do that, you're no longer being yourself. Again, it just going back, and I'm not trying to ramble with this, but it is funny how people are like, oh my god, you can be, inspired and things like that, and that's okay. Like, I'm a professional makeup artist, so I guess this is just like a somewhat of a good thing I could just put out there, just like an idea to get an idea. Anyway, but like, do you know how many people I've had come in and sit in my chair as a makeup artist and be like, I want to look like her, I want to be this, Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, things like that. I've never once looked at a person and be like, you really need to put on makeup that fits you and really be yourself, because you'll never be Kim Kardashian. Like, I have never fucking once had that thought. I've never once told a customer that or a client that ever, because I don't know them. I don't know them from Adam. I don't know who they are as an individual. I don't know if they really love this person and they idolize this person. This could be someone who saved their lives or makes them feel more confident or makes them feel beautiful or whatever. So obviously I can't make you look like Kim Kardashian at the end of the day. Like, that's just, you need to go to Dr. Miami for that. But at the end of the day though, if that is what's going to make you happy and feel most beautiful to you, then so be it. And that's where, again, it just becomes disappointing, where so many people get inspired and it truly makes them feel themselves and feel confident, but we're so in this mindset of we need to derail who they are as a person because they're not being themselves. Like, no, it's the fact that these people have, especially my friends and myself, we have confidence to come on here and express that and have fun, because, and I don't want to cry when I say this, but the 14-year-old Mariah would never be that bold, would never be that confident. And like, oh my gosh, like, I hid in a bubble. But now as a 23-year-old woman, I just want to have fun with it, embrace who I am. And I think a lot of that stems from, I'm now having fun the way I should have at 14. I'm now getting creative and dressing up and things like that, because I feel like I was so stripped of that when I was younger, because I was so bullied for it, that now I'm like, you know what, fuck it, like, I am gonna be myself, I am gonna be who I want to be, and I'm gonna have fun with it. And so I think as a whole, I think me coming on here and just preaching that is, you don't know anybody personally, you don't know what they're going through, you don't know who they are. So as a generation, if this gets to anybody, if this speaks to anybody, it's to just be fucking kind and know that, you know what, is that taking more time out of your day to say that mean comment, is that really going to make you feel better? Is that going to make a positive effect into this world? I guess that's just where I'm coming from. So again, you guys can tell me to go fuck myself, whatever, I don't care. But with that being said, I'm not going to name names, but I love you and you're beautiful and all that you are doing is great. And I hope that you continue to thrive. And for all the people being assholes, your mom's a hoe. No, so now that I'm trying not to take like 5 million fucking years to do this, so again, I'm sorry. I will try not to make this video super long. I will genuinely try with my whole heart. But no, so for my mood board, and obviously I'll show you guys that, and just obviously to make good money. Obviously, I know everybody too, especially if you do live in California, you just want to be comfortable and be able to pay your bills, which obviously that's where I'm at, but you also know me too. I have an addiction to shopping. I think it also has a lot to do with like past issues, because I've heard that's like a coping mechanism, which I'm like, another one was to, and I know I've mentioned this, I made a whole video about it, me and my singing. Like I said, I've done it all my life. It's something I'm, more than anything in this entire world, that I'm truly, truly passionate about, like more than makeup, and that's saying a lot. But like I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Like literally, I don't know how my boyfriend's not annoyed of me. If there's like, if I can sing every second of the day, I do. Like I'll be humming something, I'll be singing something, even if it's not like a whole song, like I'll just be singing a snippet of something. And it's just, yeah, I love it. And so one of my goals for myself this year was to be able to possibly get into a studio and truly see what I sound like, because I've had like small opportunities like that, but that was like back when I was like younger. But I haven't, as of like, as an adult, I haven't had any of those opportunities, which I truly, truly would like to, you know, give a try. So that's been a goal for myself, is to just being able to get into a studio, hear what I sound like, hopefully make something of it. Again, that's always been a goal of mine since I was younger, is I just want to be a singer. And I know people always say like, I don't know if anybody's ever heard this, but it's one of those, like, if you weren't getting paid for it, if you didn't have an audience at the end of the day, would you still want to pursue it? And wholeheartedly, like, I genuinely sing because it makes me happy, because I feel like when I get on that stage, I feel like I am, like, it sounds cheesy, but I feel like it's like who I'm supposed to be as a person. When I'm up there, I feel confident, I feel myself, I feel free. And I think my biggest thing is why I guess I want to become somebody, is because I want to share that with people, I guess. Like, I feel like, as cheesy as it sounds, like, you know, you always see like that underdog that made it. Like, I want to be the underdog that made it. Like, I want to show people, like, your goals are possible, your dreams are possible. Like, please don't let unkind people, or people who bullied you, or people who told me, you know, you weren't gonna amount to anything, and here you are. And I think my biggest thing is too is, and again, people might come for me for this, but I will say some of the influencers we have today, and I guess very far few between celebrities, but it's more so influencers. Like, you know, people are called influencers because they're supposed to influence people to, in hopes, you know, do good, make a difference, make positive life choices. But unfortunately, I feel like, especially with like in the last few years, we have a lot of influencers who just shouldn't be held to that title, with the things that they do and the way that they behave. And don't get me wrong, are people human? 110%. Do I think everything they do, they should get deemed for it? No, absolutely not. But it's disappointing too when, you know, we're in a pandemic and there's literally no more ICU beds, and, you know, people are dying, you know, left and right from everything that's going on, and so many people are carefree, and of course they're raising a generation that's just like, well, if they don't care, I'm not gonna care. And where it's like, no, even though it sucks, like, you should be doing the right thing and doing the better thing, you know. And that's one thing what I would love to have an opportunity to be in that spotlight, because like one thing I really, really want to, you know, make something that's more talked about is, you know, self-awareness and bullying and body issues and body image, and, you know, a lot of things that I feel like should be more talked about. And don't get me wrong, have they become more surfaced? Of course. But there's nothing wrong with having one more person in that fight speaking up. Oh, I printed out a bunch of like outfit and fashion pictures. And before anybody's like, this is why we tell you you need to be yourself. Like, no, bitch, that's not why. So I printed out a bunch of different outfits. I printed out like rocker outfits, like very gothic aesthetic outfits, very girly outfits. I don't know why. I've always just, and I don't say this to be like braggy, I've always been someone who could wear any style very well, but I think that's my problem, is I've never been able to figure out like what is truly my aesthetic, I guess, because like there are days where I'm like punk rock chick and I'm like very edgy and like I like my jeans and I like my leather jacket, but then there's other days where I'm like, I'm dressed in a princess dress and like dance around the house. So I think for that in itself, for me, it's just being able to find my own aesthetic, I guess, like find what truly speaks to me. Like, because you know how people are like, I'm a very like, I like neutral tones and that's all I have in my closet and that's just who I am. Like, or, you know, like Gabby, for instance, like she is like you're very much like, I like to wear princess dresses all the time and dress in like, you know, designer. Like she knows who that, you know, like she knows. But like it's hard for me because again, it's like one day I like my jeans and my sneakers, and then the next day I don't fucking know. So I think my biggest thing is finding what truly speaks to me, I guess. I asked my mom that the other day, or not the other day, but maybe like a few months ago. I was like, what is me? She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, when you look at me, like, what's my aesthetic? She's like, this is why I love her. She's all, I mean, casual cute. Like, okay, bitch, I don't know what that means, and I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but I would like to be a little bit more than casual cute, but I'll take it for right now. So that's where I was left at from my mom. So essentially, I think that's my aesthetic, is casual cute. I'm sorry this video was fucked up. My phone wants to, of course, keep fucking dying, and then doesn't want to have enough storage, even though, like, I bought the highest amount of storage. Rude. I don't know if this part cut out, but again, I'm very open with who I am on my social media, just as a person in real life. I've just never been one person like, I need to hide who I am. But I've been very open about, like, having an eating disorder and how I've dealt with that very harshly, since about, like, 2012, 2013. It kind of flip-flopped, I guess, a lot between either starving myself or being bulimic. And obviously, if you see me right now, we're not having that issue. But I am having a different form of an issue. And I know a lot of people, too, think, like, you know, when you overeat or you binge eat, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's just you being fat, or that's just you wanting to eat more. Like, no, like, you know, eating disorders definitely come in different forms. And it's actually very likely, too, for someone to flip-flop between either not eating at all or excessively eating. And I've just found myself, at least in the last year and a half, I guess, using that as a coping mechanism, because there have been so many times where I'm not even hungry. I'm not even, like, in the mood for food, whatever, but I still just eat. And again, there's just something I'm just putting out there, being open about, because I never know, too, if there's somebody else dealing with the same thing. So I guess a goal for myself this year is to overcome that. Possibly lose some more weight, and not in a sense like I don't plan to be anorexic again, I don't plan to, you know, starve myself again, but it's just essentially being happy with who I am as an individual. And I'm sure a few of you, because I know you all are very sweet in that sense of like, you know, you're beautiful just the way you are, and and don't get me wrong, do I not appreciate those comments? I do, 110%. But I think coming from, you know, someone who does have body dysmorphia, and I know there's a lot of women and men of our generation who feel the same way, where those words are great to hear, and trust me, they really are, but it's one of those, like, you'll never believe that until you know that in your heart for yourself. So I think that's one thing that I'm looking for in this year, is just being the best Mariah, mentally, physically, that I can be for myself and for others, and just being happy with how I look and happy, you know, with who I am as a whole. So yeah, that's also something that is on my board. Okay, so I feel like it looks a lot better in this lighting. I figured I'd just finish roasting my face and not film it, because it just makes more sense that way. So yeah, this, obviously I don't think I'm gonna wear this. I'm still gonna dress up even though I'm gonna be in my house, because fuck it. So yeah, this is the board I got. So yeah, this is very I feel like this is very motivational to walk into 2021. You're like, fuck it, bitch, I got a glitter border, let's do this. So yeah, and then these are the photos I got. So trying to do this all with one hand. So yeah, like I said, when I talked about like the aesthetic of my, like, trying to find my style, but of course we still love to be a bougie bitch. The ring, and yes, of course I edited, like, obviously 6, like, the followers, like, fuck, I wish. And then I put myself as verified because, I was so cool. I'm totally not. And then, yeah, so I printed some, like, studio pics of, like, and then, of course, we want that money in that ring. Also printed a wallet full of cash because money. Yeah, and then just, like, cute little date night ideas. So, yeah, I'm just going to go through and put all these, write my little captions. And then, of course, we want to be a skinny bitch. We want to be a skinny legend, but, like, healthy skinny legend. So, yeah, I'm going to go through and put all these on my my new vision board for 2021. Alrighty, so another thing I wanted to do for tonight, because again, we're staying in because we're not being one of those bitches that goes out. No shade entirely to anybody who does, but a tad bit of shade. So I figured one thing that I like absolutely love in the entire world, like I would do some things for them, is chocolate covered strawberries. Those are my shit. If anybody who personally knows me knows that. So there's a fun fact if you didn't. So don't mind me just digging through my fridge right now. So yeah, we're gonna make those, and then we're making lasagna. Yes, I know it's not actually said like that, but that's how I wanted to say it. So we're gonna do that as well. Just, you know, a little cute date night, staying in, staying healthy, making sure not to spread the Rona in this panoramic. We don't want to do that. So yeah. Oh, I got this. It's like spray, but it's like edible, like shimmer and glitter for like, and you can spray them on cupcakes, chocolate covered strawberries, whatever. So I got those, and then I just got milk chocolate, and then I got like white chocolate. So I figured I was gonna spray the silver onto the white, and then do the gold. You know, it'd be pretty. And then I was just gonna lay them in like these little, what the fuck are they called? You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna lay them in these so they look fancy. You want me to pick you up, and then I pick you up, and then you're like, oh my god, look at that face. You not at that face. Oh, I miss you so much. Alrighty, so I ended up melting them in the mugs. That way there's just a little bit more depth than in a bowl. That way it can really coat the whole strawberry. So I did this with the milk chocolate, and then I did this with the white chocolate. As you can see, we're just sitting at the table decorating. And yes, I put Chloe up there. She always likes to be in everybody's business and likes to be involved, even though she can't eat them. So we just have her sit up here with us and just kind of supervise the whole thing. That is pretty much this whole video. That sums up everything. I don't know why I get awkward at the end. But yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys did enjoy this vlog that I put together for you guys. I genuinely hope, regardless of everything that's happened, that you guys did still have somewhat of a good 2020. And I truly, truly hope that everyone's 2021 is just puts this to shame and does a complete 180. So in a positive way, like, so. But anyways, I love you guys. You guys know me. I don't want to ramble. Happy New Year.